Hello, and welcome to the After Bedtime Podcast. I am your host, HP Burrito. And on tonight's episode, is God really the light? Okay. I've been recently watching these videos on YouTube from another channel called the Lost History channel. And they've been doing a series on this the Squatter Man phenomenon. And if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much a series of petroglyphs and hieroglyphs and other glyphs that have been found all around the world, and I'm going to try to remember to put a link in the description for the playlist, for this playlist that he's making over this topic, because it's been very intriguing what he's been talking about in these videos, and watching those videos will definitely help out understanding what I'm talking about in this video. Okay, in the videos, it talked about of an ancient event with the Aurora Borealis, pretty much the Northern Lights, back in the past, and we're talking about a couple thousand years ago, before written history, so over 5,000 years ago we're talking about, okay? And, in the past, the Northern Lights pretty much intensified as an electromagnetic event, reacted with the Earth's electromagnetic, field. And because that's how the Northern Lights work. If you're not aware, the Northern Lights are pretty much, the Earth has the electromagnetic field around it created by the Earth's magnetic core. And this field protects us and shields us from almost all the radiation that's outside in space. Now, sometimes, let's say, for example, the sun does a burst, and it sends that plasma and that electromagnetic wave towards us as it reacts with our atmosphere and our electromagnetic shield, pretty much, it creates a light. It creates which is known as the Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights. Okay, and so back to where we were beginning with talking about that. Back in ancient history, as this event happened, and the electromagnetic sphere around the planet was reacting with whatever event happened, the Northern Lights, or the Aurora Borealis, lit up, and as that lit up, certain shapes are made because of how the waveguides and the wavelengths of the electromagnetic wave, or whatever it is that it's reacting with our electromagnetic atmosphere. It was creating different shapes in the skies. And a lot of this is explained way better than I said in the other videos. They talk about how there was a Dr. Anthony, a pirate or something like that, who was the lead physicist who recognized, what these pictures look like, in the atmosphere, from what, they hypothesized, what, it's, again, they explain it in way better detail than I can. I definitely recommend looking down in the description below for these links and watching these videos, because the videos themselves are well made. It's very intriguing information. It's a very intriguing theory, and it makes you think, and it's like, wow, they really solved some of the ancient questions that we had, because these glyphs have been seen all around the planet, from Italy to the United Arab Emirates, Hawaii to the Easter Island, which is one of the most remote places on the planet, which is Easter Island, Mexico, Venezuela, Spain, Armenia, Guyana. These glyphs are everywhere around the planet, and they're all aiming south. And they explain in the video that what we're seeing is known as the Z-pinch, which actually was visible in most of the glyphs from around the world. All right, and to me, this is just more proof of something that I've been saying in earlier episodes of the podcast and in other earlier videos that I've done. And what I've been saying is about the event in the past that humanity's, our ancestors went through. And there's a reason why, something happened, and we went underground. We went into the caves, and for protection, and we've seen, things around the planet. It looks like an underground bunker, what I'm saying? It looks like people went here and like lived underground for an extended period of time, and we never knew why. And maybe whatever this event it was that happened is the why. So the reason they went down there is because, something happened and they went looking for protection, and they realized that going underground was, the way to find protection, to seek shelter. And then when, they probably came out during times that whatever was going on wasn't so bad, it wasn't so intensified. So they came out to look, and that's when they saw the Z pinch of the aurora borealis in the sky, and they documented what they saw and created their own beliefs of what they saw. You know what I'm saying? And what they can only, this is primitive man we're talking about here. So they probably explained what they've seen to the best of their ability. So when they can, with their limited, capabilities of their minds, saying they, looked at the skies and saw the lights and thought, those must be the gods. You know what I'm saying? And as the stories continue throughout time, and eventually they're written down, as the first history on this planet, but was moved to the Sumerians, then those stories have been interpreted and rewritten and translated into other languages, and we now know some of these stories from the ancient Sumerians. They match up with some of the stories that we find in the Bible, like the story of Noah. Saying the story of Jesus Christ's birth. There's a lot of these stories are similar from the ancient Sumerians to what we read in the Bible. So how do we not know that the Bibles are just the same beliefs, written over and over and over again? And then, now we have, religions like, like the Muslims with the Quran, and we have the Jewish people have the Torah, and, Christians have the Bible. And all three of these books are very similar. And they talk about it, they're pretty much old stories, they're ancient stories that we use to help guide us live our lives, But I mean, that's just what these videos are going. And this series is still ongoing. There's new videos being added regularly still as of right now, as we were talking about. And matter of fact, they actually had a poll on YouTube asking if we wanted to see a different version of pretty much, instead of having all these short series, because these videos are fairly short, 15, 20 minutes at the most. These videos have been running, and so you take these short videos and put them all together and make one, 2 hour, long documentary talking about this very thing. It's called the Squatter Man Project, and it's a very interesting theory, and the project itself is very intriguing. Again, if they're right, that means that all these petroglyphs, the Nazca lines, and even Stonehenge, they've even explained why Stonehenge is there because of this theory. It's a very amazing and very intriguing, story, and I do recommend everybody that's watched this video to click on the links below and watch that video. Okay, either way. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've watched the video. Like the video if you liked the video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And I'll continue the discussion down in the comment section, as we always encourage and enjoy doing, because that's the whole point of this podcast, is to get a conversation going and talking about a topic and continuing the discussion amongst ourselves and in the chat. So thanks again. We'll see you guys next time after bedtime. Good night.